for coming today, because we couldn't imagine celebrating this day without each and every one of you. Before I get started on my speech, I want to present the bride and groom with a gift from me, my mom, and my dad.
You have no present. Oh, nobody said.
For those of you who can't see it, and you're not going to be able to look at it right now, but this is a photo book of all of the pre-wedding events that happened, from the engagement party to the choosing of the dresses, bridal shower, bachelorette party, makeup trials, and up to today. So, Mark usually makes these photo books, but we thought we would take on this task since Mark could not be a part of most of these events. So, I hope you put this with your collection and cherish it forever, because we worked really hard on it. And you can pass it around, because everyone will appreciate it. When I look at the bride and groom, I feel such a mixture of emotions. I am so excited that Lisa has found her perfect match. And my heart is just bursting with love for you two today. I know you might not believe me when I say this, because Lisa is looking so angelic in her white dress and innocent. But she's 2 minutes older than me, and she has reminded me every single day of my life that she is older, more dominant, and better twin. Yes. At all of our important events and celebrations, she always had to be first, because she's older. So, taking the driver's test on our 17th birthday, she had to be first. Walking at all of our graduations, she had to be first. Blowing out the candles of every birthday cake, she had to be first. And now getting married. Did we ever have to question it? I'm so happy that this day has come, and I honestly couldn't be happier knowing that Mark is such a perfect match for you. Of course, I have to tell a funny twin story. There's so many, but this one's definitely a favorite. Being identical twins, everybody always asked us, have you ever switched classes in school? But here's one that I have to tell. We were in kindergarten, and embarrassingly enough, I had a lisp. Good thing I overcame that. So I had a speech therapist that would come to class and pick me up. Well, I was in the morning class, and Lisa was in the afternoon class, and halfway through the year, they switched. The speech therapist apparently wasn't aware of that. So she came to the morning class to pick me up for my speech therapy class, and it was Lisa's class. And Lisa was so shy that she didn't tell the speech therapist that she wasn't Kristen. So she went to the therapy session and pretended that she had a lisp. And to this day, I don't think the speech therapist even knew that that wasn't Kristen. In case some of you are not aware, Lisa and Mark both worked at Equinox. And Lisa was at the corporate location. So occasionally, Mark would have to come for corporate meetings and meet with Lisa to go over some of the HR issues. On those mornings, I would started noticing that Lisa would pay very special attention to how she looked. She would come to me and be like, Mark, the cute GM is coming to corporate today. Our birthday rolled around that year, and I went to pick her up from the train station. And she gets out of the train like she was a complete disaster. She has a big work bag on one shoulder, her purse on another, and a humongous bouquet of flowers. And she's trying to balance all of this, coming down the stairs of the train, walking to the car. And I learned that that incredibly inconvenient but beautiful bouquet of flowers was from Mark. And she was glowing. I'll always remember the first time that I met Mark. Of course, I knew that Lisa had an interest in him, so I immediately put on my protective mind to get to know him. And the first thing that I noticed and was so amazed at is that he hung on and grabbed to every word, story, and move that Lisa said and did. It was unbelievable and incredible. And I told Lisa that when we were sitting on the couch, reflecting on the prior night events like we always do. And it was just unbelievable. So a couple weeks later, I went on a 3-day cruise. 3 days, okay, keep that in mind. And because I was on a cruise, I couldn't really talk to Lisa that often. So she picked me up from the cruise, and she was full of smiles. The lights were glowing, lit up like beyond belief. And she's like, oh my God, I had the best weekend ever. I spent the entire weekend with Mark. I met his family. He's coming over tonight. He's going to meet our family. Mom and Dad are making their long marinara sauce, which is only made on special occasions, by the way, and meatballs. And Mark is bringing dessert. I'm like, how long was I gone for? Like, what just happened? Anyway, from that weekend on, they were completely inseparable and totally in love. We are so happy to welcome Mark into the family. You're such a wonderful person, and I just can't wait to see what life has to bring. Lisa, I just want to tell you that you look stunningly beautiful. And I want to tell you that this has been a truly special day for me. As your maid of honor, it's such an honor to be a part of your day. I know, well, being twins is the best part of my life. And I know that nothing in this world can make us grow apart. When I moved to California 2.5 years ago, we were so worried. We were so worried that there would be such a far separation, and the time difference and the conflicting schedules would make us grow apart or lose connection a little bit. But it hasn't. We talk at least 3 times a day on the phone, most of the time more. And even though I really miss just sitting on the couch, watching Friends and going to dinner and just like, you know, being with you physically, it's just like, but we talk all the time. And the only time that we didn't talk for full days was when you and Mark were in Mexico. Maybe that's why you proposed there, Mark. But I know that Lisa's going to bring you all the happiness and love in the world, and I know that you will do the same for her. Mark, thank you so much for understanding and supporting me and Lisa's closeness. It's hard because we talk so many times during the day. We always talk about and joke about how it's almost like being in another relationship. It's a little ridiculous. We call each other when we wake up to say good morning. We call each other at night to say good night, and multiple times throughout the day. So it's really important for both of us that our loved ones understand